After Israel's rejection of the ceasefire deal Hamas signed up to, questions remain about the role CIA Director Bill Burns played in all this. Burns was present at both Cairo and Doha, where the ceasefire deal was being hammered out. One of my sources told me it's not as if Burns was in Cairo to gamble at the casinos or to swim at the beach at Doha. An Egyptian official and a Western diplomat interviewed by Associated Press claimed Burns approved the first version of the document and encouraged Hamas to sign it, with the full knowledge of the Israeli side. There were two small changes after that, but they were not seen as deal breakers. So how is it the moment Israel rejected the deal, America said it was just a counter-proposal from Hamas? We know there are splits in Israel's war cabinet, but this scenario raises the possibility of splits within the US administration too, or at the very least a weakness. Either way, Hamas don't regard this as their problem. They are confident they can survive anything Israel will now throw at them at Rafah, and confident in their ability to deny the two main war aims, to get the hostages back and to decapitate Hamas. But why are they so confident? We're repeatedly being told that the Israeli army has smashed the bulk of Hamas's forces and that only 4 battalions remain intact in Rafah. I put this to a source who knows Hamas's military situation well. He laughed at the idea that Hamas had his back to the wall in Rafah. He pointed out that everywhere Israeli forces retreat, Hamas fighters very soon emerge. He also said that one reason for the latest Israeli offer to withdraw from the Netzarim corridor, the road built from east to west to cut all movement between north and south, was because of the vulnerability of their forces guarding the road from attack. He said Hamas had got as many recruits as it could wish for, once all factions in Gaza realized that this was an existential war against all Palestinians. And it has as much high explosive as it needs. This is delivered by Israel itself in the quantity of unexploded bombs and missiles. So much tonnage, in fact, that the UN experts calculate it would take 14 years to demine all the unexploded ordnance. There were 2 challenges to Hamas's hold over Gaza. The first came in January, when Israel tried to strike a deal with individual tribal leaders to run their areas without approval or oversight from Gaza City. This was clearly rejected in a public statement by the Supreme Authority for Palestinian Tribes. The second attempt to unseat Hamas was more serious. It was devised by Jordan, Egypt and the Saudis and enacted by Majed Faraj, the ever-pliant head of PA's intelligence apparatus. Dozens of PA Secret Service operatives infiltrated into Gaza disguised as security for the convoys from the Egyptian border. Some of this group got as far north as the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City and allegedly provided intelligence to the Israeli forces, which led to the second storming of that hospital. Most of the group stayed in Rafah, where they tried to set up headquarters in the building of the Palestinian Red Crescent. The plot was uncovered when famished residents rushed the trucks and the PA men drew their weapons. Hamas arrested all of them and got their officers to confess. 7 months of continuous bombardment leaves Hamas confident it can weather the storm it is about to face in Rafah. Destruction on a scale meted out to large parts of Gaza City and Khan Yunis is a two-edged sword, they think. It has exposed Israel before 2 of the world's top international courts and in international opinion in an unprecedented way. Biden and Netanyahu are feeling the heat, not them. There is no avoiding the fact that the forthcoming battle for Rafah will be one of the most bloody of the wars, with a series of massacres for which responsibility will lie in international law with Israel. The human price will be high, not least amongst the proportion of refugees who are living in houses and can't move from tents. But after he has occupied Rafah, Netanyahu will have an even bigger headache than he has now: how to declare victory when he's staring defeat in the face.